Right, hello everyone, good morning. Now, I say good morning, but I'm not actually live with you today. Unlike normal, I'm not sat in my lounge, I'm sat in another room of my house, and I'm actually recording this the night before. So this is Thursday evening for me, but hopefully Friday morning for you. And we're still going to do all of our normal celebrations, but it's just a bit different. Why am I doing it that way? Well, I've got to spend the whole of Friday in school meeting our new reception families in very small groups. So I'm looking forward to that. But right now, let's get on with this week's celebration. So in a moment, we're going to start with reception. But as you know, this week, our theme has been all about community, and lots of you have been really busy thinking about some of the communities that you are part of, and hopefully also thinking a bit about why Wheatfield is such a great community to be part of. Now, let's start our assembly with our reception team. So Miss Cook and Mrs. Midlane. So they say, wow, reception, you've made us smile so much this week. We decided to take on a school challenge by upcycling some Wellington boots and turning them into planters. All of the reception children helped towards planting and making them. We've donated them to places within our local area, including the MS Centre, to spread some joy within our community. We're really proud of all of the children this week, and as part of building a community spirit, we would like to say a huge well done to everyone. Tapestry has been quite quiet this week, but well done to all of those children who are still updating us. We'd like to shout out to Amelia in RM, who's absolutely smashing her home learning. I'm so proud of how much she's managing to do, and she's still keeping the fun in everything she does. I'd also like to shout out to Athav, who's managed to continue his learning from home, even after he had to go to hospital after shutting his hand in the door. Ouch! I hope you're feeling better. The teachers say we're missing seeing your videos and photographs from those of you who are still staying at home, so don't forget to upload them to Tapestry when you can, so that we can see what you've been up to. So let's give them a round of applause. I don't have my sound effects, so you're going to have to clap along with me. There we go. Okay, and let's move on to our Year 1 team. So we have got Mrs. Brown and Miss Evans. So they say, this week in 1B, lots of children have risen to the challenge of reading 3 books on the bug club. So well done to everyone who's done that. My shout outs this week go to Isabel for doing some amazing home learning and sending a great letter about what she's been up to. It really made me smile. In school, we've been thinking about the community we live in, and we've planted some flowers in welly boots that we're going to give to different places around Bradley Stoke. Scarlett did some fantastic planting and was also able to talk about the importance of helping others and cheering them up. Tootsie has done some great artwork following on from our mini beasts and has produced a scene using finger painting. And well done to everyone, whether you're at home or in school. You've all been fantastic, and I am proud of all of you. So let's have a big clap for 1B. Well done. Miss Evans says, I feel lucky to say it every week. But wow, another fantastic week has already gone by. I feel very lucky every day that I get to see most of 1E, but we definitely noticed and are missing those of you who are still learning at home. It's been a busy week all round, and I'm so proud of everything that I've seen, from a presentation about continents to division by sharing. This week, she says, Georgia has blown me away with all of her learning. She's made an active effort to change her mindset from I can't do it to I can't do it yet. And I'm really proud of her resilience and determination. Corey has taken responsibility for his learning by working independently and asking for help when he needs it. And as a result, he's achieved some amazing outcomes. Finally, Ellis has gone above and beyond with his learning, both at home, and he's completed all of his books on Bug Club when practicing writing. He's been looking at maps and continents. It goes without saying that the rest of 1E have been absolutely outstanding, and you've made me feel like I'm an incredibly proud teacher. So well done to everyone in 1E. Let's have a big round of applause. Okay, so next up we have Year 2. So Miss Devine and Mrs. Marsden. This is what they have got to say. So they say, Year 2 have been very responsible this week and have impressed us with so many children still working hard on their learning and managing to keep going. We've seen lots of fabulous fractions learning, lots of super editing skills, and many budding artists emulating the work of David Hockney. We've also been really happy to hear about the number of children who are keeping their reading going and are needing to request more books on Book Club because they're so busy reading. Well done, everyone. We are super duper proud. Here are our shout outs. So 2M, Rohit. Rohit has been very busy with his maths learning over the last couple of weeks and has used objects to help him remember his halves and doubles. I'm impressed by how resilient he's been. He's been happy to keep practicing his number facts to make sure that he will definitely remember them. Akshaj, throughout the whole of lockdown, he's impressed me with his writing. Akshaj has remembered all of the conversations we've had about handwriting, and it's been really impressive that he's been using his imagination to innovate his writing. There have been lots of surprising twists in his writing, which I've really enjoyed. And Lacey. Lacey has worked really hard this week and again has shown great resilience. She told her mum that she didn't feel as confident with her times table facts, so she's played lots of games and done lots of activities to make her feel more confident. She was even able to concentrate for over 2 hours on her learning one day. Wow, great work, Lacey. So well done to everyone in 2M. A big round of applause. And then in 2D, Miss Devine has got a shout out for Charlie for working incredibly hard on his maths this week. He's become a times tables whiz. Beth, she was intrigued by her brother's home learning and decided to make a timeline of her life. Well done, Beth. And Julia, she's been very brave and went kayaking with her dad, even though she felt a little nervous. So well done to Julia for being brave, and well done to everyone in 2D. A big round of applause. Now, before we move on to our next year group, this week, as I've said, we've been thinking all about community, and I wanted to spend just a moment thinking about all of those people in our community who give up their time for free. I mentioned them a little bit in one of my videos, but there are an enormous number of people, whether it's Cubs and Scouts and Guides and Rainbows and loads of other volunteers who just give their time so that the place where we live is an even better place, and so that we can come together in different groups and be with our friends and learn new things and have new experiences. And those people do it simply because they love doing it. So I think a big round of applause to everyone who makes our community a better place. Thank you if you're clapping along at home. I feel a bit strange clapping on my own here, but I'm going to do it anyway. Well done. Now, on to Team Year 3. So we know that Mrs. Bibby is currently having a rest, but she might be waving to us. So hi, Mrs. Bibby and baby Bibby. And of course, Miss Gregory has taken over. Miss Gregory is currently looking after the whole of Year 3. So Miss Gregory would like to say a huge well done to Year 3 for all of their home learning this week. To all of the families who've sent me emails, thank you. I've enjoyed reading them. And she's chosen 3 children from each class. So firstly, from her own class, Miss Gregory would like to choose Bonnie. This week, Bonnie has been thinking carefully about Mr. Winterburn's theme of community. She's been thinking about how she is part of her street dance community, and she's made a logo poem to celebrate how she's part of it. Well done, Bonnie. Next, she'd like to give a shout out to Louis. This week, he's worked hard on his home learning and he's been in school. He's completed some wonderful fractions learning. Well done, Louis. Also, Miss Gregory would like to give a big shout out to both Afaf and Mahayman, who've both been working really hard on their home learning. Well done to both of you. Finally, in 3G, Miss Gregory would like to shout out to Toby. His mum nominated him because she's very proud of how he is showing himself to be a respectful, resilient and kind learner throughout their time of home learning. Well done to Toby. So to everyone in 3G, clap along with me. A big well done. Thank you. Now, next in 3B, Miss Gregory would like to shout out to Dhruvan, who has been working hard on his maths home learning. Well done, Dhruvan. Miss Gregory would also like to shout out to Sarajia, who has been thinking about his community this week. He's been watching my videos and thinking about how to respect those people in his community. Well done to Sarajia. And finally, Miss Gregory would like to give a shout out to Alfie, who's been working really hard on his home learning when he's been in school this week. Miss Long said that Alfie has worked really hard all week long, and he's enjoyed representing his emotions on a pebble. Well done to Alfie, and well done to everyone in year 3. So a big well done to people in 3B. Let's give them a big clap as well. Fantastic. On now to year 4. So we have Miss Long and Mrs. Moon, and they say, wow, what a great week for year 4. It's been lovely to see so many children still engaged with their learning and still taking responsibility around the homes. This week, Mrs. Moon would like to shout out to Harley. He's been a superstar. He's completed lots of home learning and has made an amazing lava lamp. I was super pleased that he was resilient when his first lava lamp didn't quite work. This week, it's been Lava Lamp Central. So a shout out to Ethan and Haddie, who also made some incredible lamps. My next shout out goes to Ella T. She's been really resilient over the last few weeks when she found some of our maths learning a bit tricky. She's persevered and kept trying, and then this week she emailed to say, I've mastered fractions. I'm so proud of you, Ella. And Mrs. Moon has then written, yippee, with lots of ease. We love fractions in year 4. She then says, my final shout out is to Madanch, who's been amazing throughout this period, always trying his best, applying the same enthusiasm he brings to school to his home learning. And he's just been an all-round hero. This week, he's also achieved 300 reads. Wow. He told all of 4M at the beginning of the year that he was going to get to 300 reads, and he did it. Believing in himself, hard work and determination, he's got it all. Well done to everyone in 4M for keeping going. You are brilliant, and I, says Mrs. Moon, am so proud. So well done everyone in 4M. Right, Miss Long. So Miss Long would like to shout out for Nathan. He has nearly finished reading Bad Dad and has already lined up his next book. He enjoys reading, and it's fantastic that he's made time to read. The next book he's going to read is called Fing. I'm looking forward to hearing what you think of it, Nathan. I'd also like to shout out to Vibha, who has been emailing me her writing and asking if I could read it and give her some pointers to make it even better. She's shown great resilience and responsibility towards her learning and ensured that she keeps on top of her writing. A massive well done, Vibha. I love to read your writing. And then another shout out goes to Zara, who has done some amazing work this week. She certainly kept herself busy and worked hard on her home learning. Now, lastly, I would like to shout out to Suki, who thought about the theme this week and sung a song all about community. It was beautiful, Suki. I'm so impressed with 4L this week. Absolutely amazing work. I'm really looking forward to seeing what you get up to next week. So from Miss Long, a massive round of applause. Very well done. Okay, so before we move on to our final 2 classes, it's that time of the week where I say a big thumbs up and a special well done to all of our parents and people at home who've been helping us with our home learning, because it would be easy to forget you. It would be easy to take you for granted, but we don't. We are really impressed with your tenacity, your staying power, your resilience and your resolve. And we have got, if I can reach over, this week's certificates. Now, it's all about community. So this week's certificate has a community theme, and it says, thank you for instilling a sense of community into our learning and into our lives. So this will be winging its way across to you later, families. Print it, keep it, limited edition, it won't come around again. So well done to all of our families. A big clap and a big well done. Thank you. Moving on, so year 5, so Mrs. Davis and Mrs. Elmore, they say, year 5, we know that home learning is not easy, and we've missed hearing from many of you this week, but we want to say a massive well done for all that you have done. It's been lovely to hear about you helping in your communities, and you should be proud of yourselves. We still miss you very much. So for 5E, Shreya, I was lucky enough to bump into Shreya recently in our local community. She was so friendly and polite, and she did a brilliant job of representing her family. I was really impressed and very excited to see her. What a treat. Abby. Throughout lockdown, I've received lots of videos from Abby telling me all about what she's been up to. They're often very funny and they make me laugh out loud. This week, she told me that she's all about what she's been doing in her local community, as well as her church. Keep up the fantastic engagement, Abby. And Caden. This week, Caden joined us in school and brought along the work that he'd completed at home for me to see. Well, it's safe to say that I was blown away. A huge range of high quality work that showcased all of the skills that he's been practicing. Super proud of what you've been able to achieve, Caden. So a big well done to everyone in 5E from Mrs. Elmore. Very, very good. And 5D, Mrs. Davis says her first shout out goes to Isla for working extra hard on her maths this week, plus for being an excellent member of the community by litter picking on her local walks. What an inspiration you are, Isla. Her next shout out goes to Petra, who's kept in touch during lockdown, sending photos and videos of her brilliant work. She really impressed me with her rainforest project work and a poem that she even filmed for me. Petra has made her family really proud of the way that she's adapted and taken ownership for her own learning during this time. Keep up the brilliant work, Petra. And finally, Mohammed, for working hard on his home learning this week and for sending me his brilliant story that he wrote. He also challenged himself to write for the 500 words competition, all about Black Lives Matter. I'm really impressed with your writing this week, Mohammed. Very well done. So to everyone in 5D, a massive round of applause. Thank you, Mrs. Davis. Well done. Okay. So finally, on to year 6. So Miss Garraway and Miss White. So they say, this week in year 6, we've been so proud of the efforts the children have been putting in. Amongst all the busy things that they're doing to get ready for secondary school in September, they've still managed to find time in their day to complete our home learning. This week, we set year 6 the challenge of thinking about people who inspire them. We've had some fantastic raps, letters and information videos about people who've inspired them in the past and who inspire them every day. Lots of members of staff have had their day brightened by letters from children thanking them for being inspirations. Miss Garraway says she continues to be impressed with the engagement of the home learning in 6G. They've been loving all of their themed topic challenges over the last few weeks, and so many of the class have made it onto the leaderboard. As always, picking 3 shout-outs was tricky. This week, Daniel really made me smile. He wrote an absolutely lovely letter to Mrs. Walsh and a rap dedicated to his mum, 2 ladies who he is inspired by. Yusuf has continued to be really engaged in our theme topic grids, completing most of the challenges on there again this week, including filming himself shooting and scoring a goal to inspire others to play football. Another big shout out to 2 children who are continuing to complete their home learning every day and to keep sending through their maths, English and reading activities it goes to well done. A big well done goes to Jude and Nicholas. And Miss Garraway said, oops, I picked 4 children this week. Sorry, Mr. Winterburn, but I couldn't separate them. That's absolutely fine, Miss Garraway. A big shout out to everyone in 6G. Fantastic. Okay, Miss White says, in 6W, I've been really proud of all the efforts of the children this week. And I've had to think carefully about people. They've had to think carefully about people who inspire them and find ways to show them. Also, well done for making it onto one of the top spots on our special Year 6 leaderboard on our page this week. Somebody who really made my week was Radha. I was so excited when I received an email from Mrs. Elmore with an attachment of Radha rapping about her brother. She really went for it with the added accessory of a sideways hat. Anaya has also had a great week and sent me a video explaining all the facts that I could possibly need to know about the Spice Girls. Somebody else who I would really like to give a shout out to is Cole. Cole has really enjoyed getting involved with these theme weeks, and I always get an email with pictures of Cole completing loads of the topic work ready for a Friday. Sometimes they're slightly too late for a shout out in assembly. That's why I want to give them a shout out now. So the shout out now is not only for this week, Cole, but for the past few weeks when you've been an absolute superstar with completing your tasks and making it near the top of the leaderboard. So a massive well done to everyone in 6W. A big, big round of applause. Very well done. Now, thank you all. We are nearly at the end, but thank you for another great week. Sorry that I'm recording this. I hope to see you live next week. I also hope to be able to do hot chocolate next week, because I know I haven't been able to do it for a few weeks, and I'm really sorry that I've just been so busy in school that it hasn't been possible. My thought was, if you can't have a hot chocolate with me, maybe you can have a hot chocolate with someone in your family, or maybe you could get connected up with a friend online. Maybe you could create a little hot chocolate community for today. Maybe that can be your challenge, and toast one another, enjoy one another's success, and I'll try and join you again next week for hot chocolate. So let's end with a big Wheatfield round of applause, and I want everyone out there, everyone clapping, all the grown-ups too, not just me. Okay, so after 3, 2, 1. Okay, massive Wheatfield round of applause. Very well done. Have a lovely weekend. I will see you next week. Bye.